Glenn James is being partnered by Neville Nash for today's qualifying final between Hawthorn and Fitzroy. The Roy's winning the toss and kicking towards the Jolimont end, but of course at the MCG plenty of scoring at either end of the ground. Payton, but Carlson wins the first kick. Side bottom 2 grabs, unable to complete the mark. A good smother off the boot of Terry Wallace sees the ball held up in the centre. In fact, a free kick's being picked out of it, going the way of Fitzroy, and they go deep into their forward zone. Quinlan! Bernie Quinlan, who for so many times this year has been the supreme master to have the first set shot at goal. There's the kick on its way. Goal umpire has a good look and says 1 behind only. So first score on the board to the Roys in the form of 1 point from Bernie.
It's only 47 seconds, Sandy, and as Gary Ayres goes for the short pass, finds Green. Ayres will go on again, but no, Loken coming out to chop off that chance of a hand pass. So Russell Green goes in towards the centre of the ground. Robertson in the front position, missed the mark, should have taken that one. Taken by Clayton. Clayton's kick goes over the head of Russell Green, bounces favourably for Quinlan. Quinlan swings onto the left foot, hooks the ball back. A good piece of play by Quinlan. He was looking for Gary Wilson. It just went too far for Wilson, though, and through for 1 more point. So Bernie Quinlan has both points on the board. Rodney Eade this time. Comes to the members' side of the ground. It's a shocking kick. It'll be a free kick to Fitzroy, going out of bounds without being touched by a Hawthorn player. And so Nettlefold of Fitzroy puts the ball long and high towards the goal square. Quinlan up high, up and down. And then comes Eade. Eade puts the ball over the boundary line, and the throw-in will take place about 5 metres around from the behind post forward pocket for Fitzroy.
A very good crowd in overcast conditions enjoying the opening minutes of this qualifying final. Payton and Quinlan up high. Wilson looking for the free kick.
And getting it, Sandy.
And getting it in the left forward pocket. The Fitzroy skipper winning the toss. Hawthorn have had the wood over Fitzroy on the 2 occasions they've met this year. Roles were reversed last year. That one straight through the middle for the first goal of the game. Kicked by Fitzroy skipper Gary Wilson to take the Royals to 1-8 points. Hawthorn yet to score on Seven's big lead.
Yes, well, interesting that Les Parrish has opened up in the back pocket against Lee Matthews, and Gary Pert has come out onto Peter Knights. Grant Laurie picking up Dermot Brereton, and Graham Hinchin coming into that back pocket in place of Ross Thornton.
Back in the centre with Glenn James. Matt Rendell will no doubt be doing a lion's share of the work on the ball for the Roys. Wallace buffeted in the middle but unable to get an effective kick away. Eventually socket off the ground by side bottom. Out wide it goes towards the flank. Robertson beaten for it. Some good heavy fair body work going on. Tuck, a hurried kick to the half forward line. Now it's a chance for Hawthorn up towards McCarthy, intercepting Hinchin. The mark will be paid. On the last line of defence, Leon Harris has made the space, but it's a bad kick from Hinchin and it goes over the line.
There's not a good piece of disposal there from Hinchin. So we find the throw-in. Half forward flank. No clear tap. Picked up by Grant Laurie. The hand pass coming out to Osborne from the half-back flank. Osborne gives the hand pass over the top to Nettlefold. On now to Carlson. Lee Carlson puts the ball up towards half forward. Mew has the ball punched away by side bottom. Payton's first on the scene, gives the hand pass to O'Halloran, on again to Ayres, and from the centre of the ground, Gary Ayres puts the ball high, hoping for a mark by Peter Knights. He gets away from young Pert, and Peter Knights playing on straight away, puts the ball down, looking for Matthews in the last line, and Matthews takes the mark.
Supreme use of the body, Bobby, wasn't it?
He stood his ground. Parrish coming back, actually did back into Matthews, and Matthews just stood there and made sure that he wasn't going to move. The immovable object, you might term it, as Lee Matthews puts through his first goal and first score for Hawthorn.
So the scoreboard sees Fitzroy 1-2, 8 points. Hawthorn 1 straight goal, 6 points on Seven's big league, with some 4.5 minutes of this first term played. Conditions at the MCG superb. The ground in very good nick. There we see in replay the strength of Lee Matthews as we go back to the centre bounce. Payton and Rendell. The crowd somewhat hushed, just waiting for an explosion. The judge gets caught by Harris. In fact, it was Polkinghorne. Mew gets a hurried kick down towards the half-forward line, looking for Loveridge. Did he get a slight push? Yes, said Glenn James. So Richard Loveridge will take it just on the defensive side of half-forward.
Loveridge going for the long kick. No mark taken. Loose ball picked up by McCarthy. He loses possession. The pack starting to form, and umpire Glenn James deciding it's time for a bounce. James moving in very quickly there to settle things down amongst those players. There's Leon Harris and Michael McCarthy. But a bounce. 25 metres out from the Hawthorn goal, with Fitzroy on 8 points, leading Hawthorn by 2 points. Rendell gets the ball down. Coleman first on the scene, gets a hand pass. It's intercepted, taken down there by Swab. Swab's short kick. We see Hinchin diving in. The hand pass goes straight to Judge. He was tripped, and Judge of Hawthorn will take the free kick about 25 metres out from goal on about a 40 to 5 degree angle. Jerry Wallace in the foreground, and the great season he's had. But it's Ken Judge now, the former Western Australian. Distance will not be a problem. Neither will be the accuracy. And Hawthorn hitting the front now. They lead by 4 points with 2 straight goals. So it's Ken Judge. After that free kick, putting through the second goal for Hawthorn. And Hawthorn have already changed their lineup on the back line, Sandy, because Gary Wilson hasn't gone to the forward line. So Hawthorn have said to Rodney Eade, you move up the ground and become a loose man up the ground.
As we go back to the centre, Hawthorn leading by 4 points. Rendell and Payton. Payton with that strapped right thigh. Won by Rendell. Tuck. Harris. The half forward. Quinlan playing from behind. Wilson trying to read the football. Gotch through but without it. Tuck. And the free kick going the way of Hawthorn to be taken by David O'Hara. Fought his way back into the seniors. A few games in the reserves. Mew. Side bottom. Brereton. Nettlefold going in over the top of him, and Neville Nash comes in, deciding that a bounce would be the best thing to do. Big stack of players on this ball. Payton and Rendell again, won by the latter. Chance for Roos, puts it out in front of Quinlan. Got short, and he's got Conlon. He has elected Mick Conlon to shoot for goal. 40 metres out. Normally deadly when he's on the run. We'll see how he fares with a set shot. There's the drop punt from Conlon going right across the face of goal. And in fact, out of bounds on the full.
So it's David O'Halloran of Hawthorn to put the ball back into play. He goes for the short pass and finds Payton. Ian Payton, the big Hawthorn rucker. 15-metre penalty. Well played by Ian Harris, because it was going to be a hand pass on, and Hawthorn would have been off and running. So a deliberate 15-metre penalty as Payton goes towards centre wing. Brereton up high, comes out with a mark. Called play on by the umpire. I think umpire Neville Nash was sort of unsighted by that one. It's thrown over the top by Wallace, and Clayton and Fitzroy will take the free kick. 15-metre penalty. Probably penalised Fitzroy. It'll come back from Conlon towards Scott Clayton. Clayton of Fitzroy towards the forward pocket, hoping for Quinlan. Quinlan got into the back of Payton. Gotch picks the ball up, a chance of a score. A minor one only. No, it's not even that, as it goes out of bounds on the full, and Gary Ayres will take the free kick for Hawthorn.
An opportunity going begging there for Bradley Gotch and Fitzroy.
It did look a point, Sandy.
It did look a point. Whether it swung after it had gone through, we're not to know. But it hasn't been registered, so Ayres looking for Knights, finding him on the chest on the half-back line. He arrogantly swings it up towards the wing. Roos in front, had Logan running, but elects to do it himself. goes across goal and straight down the throat of Mew. Carlson called to play on. Oh, Conlon off the back. A snap and a goal.
Centre bounce. It will be Matt Rendell of Fitzroy against Ian Payton of Hawthorn. 14-12. A 2-point margin in favour of Fitzroy. The bounce comes towards Payton, but Rendell got there to tap it away. Clayton gets a hand pass out to Hinchin. Hinchin well tackled by Ayres, but he got the hand pass in. Colkinghorn does likewise with a hand pass across to Swab. Swab's kick up towards the wing. Payton in position. It'll be a free kick to Payton, and so Ian Payton of Hawthorn to take the kick. Payton now on centre wing. Called play on by umpire Glenn James, and Payton puts a long kick forward. Tuck's there. Mark McCarthy was up high. Rendell comes out with the ball. Tuck almost smothered it and forced Rendell to go wide, where we see Loken and Eade. Neither player can gain possession. It goes over the boundary line, and we'll find a throw-in to take place midway between centre wing and half forward flank for Hawthorn, members' side of the ground.
Just on 11.5 minutes played. First term. Rendell locking arms with Payton, who was the offender. Matt Rendell, says Neville Nash. So Ian Payton to take it on that right half forward flank towards McCarthy, who is the target. Fisted away. Judge, Parrish and Loveridge. In towards the pocket. Matthews tackled too high. No, holding the ball, said the umpire. Well, did he duck down, Bobby?
I didn't think so, Sandy. I thought the tackle in the first place was as you called it. But then after that, Matthews did lose possession, but the first free kick should have been paid to Lee Matthews, in my opinion, but there's a fine mark for Gary Wilson. So it's Wilson across the half-back line. Swinging the ball in towards side bottom in the centre. He takes the mark.
He was off too, I think.
So it's Gary Sidebottom with the aid of a 15-metre penalty. Wobbly old kick. Knocked away from O'Halloran by Quinlan. A hand pass over the top from Ayres. Taken there by Kennedy. Kennedy goes for the short pass and finds Payton. Payton gives the hand pass on to Loveridge. Over the top it comes now to Eade. Eade dummies. Thought about the hand pass and now goes across the ground. He's looking for Knights. Knights up high. Can't take the mark. It's taken by Carlson and Fitzroy, but a free kick has been paid, and Peter Knights of Hawthorn will take that kick. Knights now from the centre of the ground. Thought about the hand pass. Now he gives a long kick, favouring the drop punt up towards the forward area. McCarthy has the ball punched away. Matthews coming through, but a free kick has been found, and this time it goes to Fitzroy's Scott Clayton. And Clayton of Fitzroy has the job today of going wherever Terry Wallace goes, and we know a fine job what Clayton has done as a tagger. On many occasions taggers only stop their opponent, but Clayton has a happy knack of getting kicks as well. Rendell takes them up.
So he'll put the Royals into attack. A low trajectory drop punt, very badly directed. Straight to Gary Evans. He goes short. Schwab can run on. Decides against the handball. Matthews from behind. Plus 15 metres against Les Parrish. It now brings Matthews well and truly into scoring calculations.
Do you think Lee helped that a little bit?
Yes, it was a fine piece of acting. But that's the experience of this great player who's already kicked one. He hits the post. 2-1. Hawthorn trailing Fitzroy 2-2 on Sevens Big League, and we played just over 14 minutes of this first term. Graham Hinchin bring the ball back into play. A little undecided. He goes over the top of Nettlefold looking for Rendell, who's being warned by Payton, but Matt Rendell will take the free kick. He's on the half-back flank, getting a lead from Gary Wilson. He ignores it and goes longer. Side bottom is the target. Colkinghorn short to that left half forward flank, and the opportunity for Payton. Moved well as he snuck away up towards the half forward line. Coleman, Knights, both go to ground. Brereton, Matthews in trouble, shoots in towards full forward. Knights is there, but it goes over the top and out of bounds on the field.
So it'll be Gary Pert for Fitzroy. Gary Pert, one of Fitzroy's younger brigade, puts a nice kick forward. Punched away. A loose ball comes out. Tapped on by Carlson. Good play by Carlson as we find Harris swooping on the ball. Gives a hand pass over the top. A little long for Grant Laurie, but he's got plenty of time to be able to steady and gain possession in the centre of the ground. Wobbles a kick forward. Offline. Straight to Kennedy of Hawthorn. Kennedy gets the lead from Loveridge. He's well out in front of Hinchin and takes the mark. So Richard Loveridge. It's for Brereton on this occasion. And Brereton takes a nice mark. Well judged mark there by Brereton. So Dermot Brereton. The lead from Matthews. Beautiful pass. What chance did Les Parrish have?
He's finding it hard at the moment.
Yes. I think I'd envy the job. Coach said to you, your job's Matthews. It's Lee Matthews. What a wonderful player he's been over the years, but he's hooked this one, goes right across the face of goal. McCarthy at the back, punches the ball down. A loose ball picked up by Rendell. Puts it up towards half forward, half back I should say for Fitzroy. Tuck at the back position. So it's Michael Tuck. Puts the ball high in the air, floating towards the forward pocket. Judge is there, and a well-judged mark.
Yes. Very hard to take those when they plummet from the sky. Ken Judge stood his ground.
Not meant to be a pun, that's Andy.
And took it well. So he'll have a set shot, some 30 metres out. He's already kicked one. And he's just made it two. Great shot for goal. As Hawthorn moved to 3-1, leading Fitzroy 2-2 on sevens. Big lead.
It's a very even start to this game here at MCG. And after 17 minutes, it's 5 points, the margin held by Hawthorn as we watch on replay. Sevens big lead. We see Ken Judge in the middle of Osborne and Rendell taking a fine mark.
Centre bounce once again. Glenn James officiating in the middle on this occasion with Sunshine. Streaming down. Rendell wins a big thump from the centre. But they're not going to take it away because the handball will eventually come to Eade, who goes to the half-forward line looking for Brereton. Bundled out of it on that occasion. McCarthy the opportunity. Now Knights has Brereton running, but elects to do it on his own. Swings round on the right boot. The bounce. Touched. And one behind over.
Very acute off breaks.
3-2 to 2-2. One goal favouring the Hawks.
As Graham Hinchin will put the ball back into play for Fitzroy. Puts it wide where Parrish has made the lead. Fine placement of the kick. And Parrish comes on now. Kick just over the head of Rodney Eade. Kicked off the ground by Kennedy. It goes over the boundary line. And so we're throwing to take place on centre wing, members' side of the ground. Exactly one goal, the margin held by Hawthorn. 18.5 minutes into the first term. Payton gets a tap. Knights gets rid of his opponent. Terry Wallace puts the ball down towards the forward pocket where Matthews has again gotten away from Parrish. Mark or free kick, whatever you like. And Lee Matthews too far out to score. And so Matthews on the half-forward flank. What will he do? You see a broad shot. He goes for the short pass. Finds his teammate in Richard Loveridge. So Loveridge, another short pass, finds Knights. Loose defence down there by Fitzroy. And Peter Knights now within kicking distance. Two good passes, one from Matthews, one from Loveridge. And so Knights now only 30 metres out, virtually directly in front. So it's Peter Knights. His first shot at goal today. No, second shot I should say, because he kicked the point just a moment ago. And now he's kicked his first goal. So a good piece of play by the Hawks, with Knights taking Hawthorn to 4-2, 26. Fitzroy 2-2, 14.
And very loose checking by the Fitzroy defence in the Hawthorn forward zone. So Loveridge was one of the players who went short, other being Matthews, and Knights able to convert. Hawthorn coach Alan Jeans with his side leading by 2 goals at the 20-minute mark of the first term. Here's Rendell and Payton again in the middle. One again by Rendell. Muse kick is beautifully smothered by Gotch, who picks it up, gets off the quick handball, but side bottom's in trouble. Wilson picks it up, heads towards goal and kicks it. Great goal. Well done, side bottom. Well done, Gotch, and a great team effort.
Yes, Sidebottom showed exceptional skills there, Sandy, to be able to deliver that hand pass across to Wilson, and Gary Wilson there patting Bradley Gotch on the back for his part in that. As we watch on replay now from the centre, Rendell gets a tap, smothered by Bradley Gotch, and that's why Wilson seen the hand pass. Sidebottom falling, got the hand pass out to Wilson. Great skill shown by Gary Sidebottom.
Centre bounce once again. 20.5 minutes gone. Rendell having to prop a little in his approach. Harris trying to push it forward to Logan, and he will take the free kick. Leon Harris, winner of the Herald's Most Courageous Player Award this year, and he has shown great courage. He's only a pint-sized player, great heart. Quinlan the target. In front, waiting down was Polkinghorne. Badly directed. Nettlefold can push it on to Rendell. The big fella can have a set shot. And it wobbles off the boot straight down the throat of David O'Halloran. Oh, trouble as he plays on. Can they get out of it? Payton receives and kicks it high towards the half-back line. Roos backbacking takes a good mark, and he'll put it back into the square. Ignoring all leads, he goes long, floating it in towards Quinlan over the top, and one behind only the result. So the margin now is just 5 points, 3-3 to 4-2, favouring Hawthorn at the 22-minute mark.
Ayres going short, finds Robertson, and gain a lot of distance. Robertson now from the back pocket towards centre wing, looks for Green, punched away by Harris, up by Loveridge. Loveridge puts the ball up towards the wing, and it's taken by Osborne. Osborne plays on straight away, out wide Conlon. Conlon from centre wing. Another short pass towards Gotch, and he takes them up. Gotch on half forward flank. Long way from goal, too far out to score. So Bradley Gotch looks for Bernie Quinlan. Quinlan from behind. The ball comes down towards Green. Green puts the ball up towards the wing. Parrish is there. Parrish puts the ball long towards forward again, and in the way is Robertson. Couldn't take the mark. The tackle it past Conlon. Too long, according to the umpire. Conlon throws the ball away in disgust. Not good play by Conlon there. He must control that temper. And now Robertson puts the ball wide and finds Brereton. He goes on straight away because Judge is giving him the lead. And Judge out wide on the half forward flank. Judge puts the ball long, hoping for Tuck. Punched away by Pert. And I do believe, Sandy, that Parrish has been taken away from Matthews. Hinchin now the job against Matthews.
Yes, I think you're quite right. As we see the throw in Hawthorn's left forward pocket. Rendell trying to flick it out of the side. The ball is held. No, the umpire said the tackle was too high. And I think it's Leon Harris at the bottom of the pack. Captain Courageous. Little short chip. He was trying to poke it down towards Gary Wilson. They're going to lose it on this occasion, however. Schwab in trouble onto the left foot. A high ball. Brereton will come in high, unable to complete the mark. Harris again tumbles a hurried kick down towards that half-back flank. It beats Rendell over the line, and another throw in to take place. Hawthorn leading 4-2. Fitzroy's 3-3. We're only a minute or so away from entering time on in this first term. Rendell from behind, straight down the throat of Wallace, who gets to Matthews. Well, the danger signs are up, aren't they, Robert? 1-1 to this man's credit so far. .25 metres out. The drop punt on its way looks good. It is good, and Hawthorn kick their fifth. 5-2 to 3-3 on Seven's big lead.
As we said, Graham Hinchin now has the unenviable task of picking up Lee Matthews. Shot at the crowd. I would say in the region, Sandy, of 60 to 65,000.
Yes, looks to be a good crowd in good conditions. At the moment, plenty of blue sky.
Replay there, we saw how Matthews won possession of the ball. 32 to 21. 11 points the margin held at the present moment. 25 minutes. So we've got time on to play in this first term. Rendell again gets the tap. Knocked out of Wallace's hands. Payton comes through. pass across to Swab. Hinchin in the front position. Punched away by Matthews, but he gave away a free kick in doing so. So Graham Hinchin will take the free kick across the half-back line for Fitzroy. 15-metre penalty brings him up almost to the centre of the ground. Long kick towards half-forward. Punched away by Newton. Taken by Eade. He's thrown on there by Payton. He knew what he'd done. So it's Matt Rendell with the free kick. It's the lead from Quinlan. O'Halloran and Quinlan. The ball brought to ground. Taken by Osborne. Quick hand pass across to Harris. Harris's kick off the side of the boot, but it might favour Conlon. It does. Michael Conlon takes the mark just inside the boundary in the forward pocket.
And will he try and run around?
We'd never know. There's every chance that he Polkinghorne would be prepared for that. I feel that Conlon, knowing that Polkinghorne, he runs around now. A left foot kick. A beautiful goal, Michael Conlon. Great goal.
They don't come much better than that. Mickey Conlon kicks his second, and Fitzroy hang in there. They trail by 5 points. Hawthorn a 5-2 to Fitzroy 4-3 on Seven's big lead.
Conlon showing supreme confidence there to run onto the left foot and put it through for a lovely goal.
Centre bounce. Minute and a half of time on play. First term. Rendell and Payton. No doubt get used to each other's company for the day. Loveridge off the pack. Parrish gets a bad bounce and will give Judge time to get there. But Parrish recovers the better. The left footer just chips it out in front of Gotch. Ayres past him. Not past Polkinghorne. Pushed back towards the wing again. Oh, a strong but fair ball by Les Parrish. Nothing wrong with that. And in fact, it's 15 metres going the way of Fitzroy. It'll be Lee Carlson who'll take it. He goes long. Quinlan caught out of position there, and an easy mark taken by David O'Halloran. Swings play back towards the centre. Laurie on the defensive. Clayton caught. Gets the handball away. Gotch. High, difficult to mark. Quinlan over the top. He's got it. There can only be a minute or so of time left to play. If Bernie could kick this, it will certainly help the Roy's cause, and he's done exactly that. They've hit the front at the MCG. 5-3 the Roy's to Hawthorn's 5-2 on Seven's big lead.
We couldn't ask for much more, Sandy. With 28 minutes gone of the first term, on replay we see Bradley Gotch put the kick high in the air, and we watch as Bernie Quinlan comes from behind. The great leap, 2 grabs, fine mark, on which he finished off the goal to put Fitzroy 1 point up, 28 minutes into the term. Bounce, favours Payton, gets a big punch. Parrish couldn't gain possession, comes through towards Brereton. He lost the ball though. Umpire Neville Nash blowing the whistle to indicate that he'll bounce the ball midway between centre and half-forward flank for Hawthorn. On the bounce, Payton got the tap. Wallace coming through. Almost threw the ball forward. It's picked up by Swab. Swab puts a kick towards goal. Just offline and through for 1 point. So scores a level. 29 minutes into the first term. Graham Hinchin. Favours the outer side of the ground. The short pass. Lovely pass. Towards the wing, looking for side bottom. He trapped the ball well. A quick hand pass towards Nettlefold, on towards Clayton. Clayton gives a hand pass to Gotch.
There you go.
Bradley Gotch in the centre of the ground. Over goes Williams, a beautiful mark. Paul Roos within kicking distance. He's 40 metres out. No angle of note. It's Lee Carlson says to Paul Roos, take your time. You can put this through. Poor kick from Paul Roos, and only 1 point is registered, but it's enough to put Fitzroy in front.
siren time. As O'Halloran goes to the outer side and tuck. Marks in the back. Transfers play to the wing. Judge and Parrish. Good use of the body then by Judge. He was desperately trying to get clear because he had two players going past. Now he's got 15 metres and will go long towards Matthews and McCarthy territory. Over the top it goes. Knight sees it bounce through for one behind. And fittingly at the end of the first term scores dead level. Hawthorn and Fitzroy 5 goals 4 apiece on Seven's big lead. Scores level at 5-4 apiece as we go into the second term here at the MCG of the qualifying final between Hawthorn and Fitzroy. A marvellous first quarter by both sides in which 10 goals were booted. Tuck, side bottom. Tuck again. Wins it this time down towards Knights, who traps it wonderfully well. Gives it across to his co-big man in Payton. The big fella won't have a shot. He'll give it to Judge, who will. Under pressure, he shoots in towards McCarthy, and it drifts across the face of goal for the first score in the second quarter. And his contribution now is 2 goals 2 for the West Australian star, Ken Judge. Hinchin short. Badly directed. Michael Tuck, in you go towards goal. Tucky, he shoots. He's off target as well. And another behind.
Hawthorn starting to realise that Fitzroy are going to go for that short pass coming out from fullback. Fitzroy all line up around about centre-half back, and then they make the lead to the space. This time Rendell going wide. Judge has the ball punched away. Rendell goes after it. Tries to get the hand pass back. Judge coming in. Tackles his opponent. Too high. According to the umpire. And Les Parrish will take the free kick. Parrish looked as though he was going to hand pass, but now elects to come back. Take the kick towards centre wing. Side bottom was his target. Mew was up. It's picked up by Loken. Loken's kick, a real floater, high in the air, over the boundary line on the full load. And the free kick will be taken down there by John Kennedy of Hawthorn. No, it's going to be taken by Colin Robertson. So Robertson from the half-back flank. Leaving the drop punt. Knights up high. Quite hard onto the mark though. Rendell takes it. Gets the hand pass to Wilson. Good play by the big ruckman. Wilson directs the ball towards centre-half forward. Quinlan over the top. Can't take the mark. It comes back again. Bernie Quinlan taps the ball on for Conlon. Conlon can't gain possession. Tuck comes in to lend support to the Hawthorn defence. The hand pass from Tuck to Green. Green puts a floating kick into the air. Nettlefold and the Fitzroy teammate almost collide. Ayres gets the hand pass in. It's taken by Wallace. Good piece of shepherding there from Robertson. Allows Wallace to go forward, but a good mark in defence taken by Grant Locke.
On the half-back flank. Grant Laurie, with 15 metres, is now being brought down to the wing. The ground at the moment bathed in sunshine. As he kicks to the half-forward line, little Bradley Gotch has got a fly from behind, and Ayres too much height.
I've said it before, Sandy, but since 2 years ago, probably the most improved footballer in the game. There he is.
Here's his kick. Back towards the middle. Roos. Very popular player with Fitzroy. Well, here's a man who's made enormous strides. Gives it across to Parrish, who's a natural left footer. Again, floating it up towards Quinlan. Couldn't take it with the one hand. Tackles as Robertson gets a hurried kick back towards the centre. Rodney Eade traps it beautifully. Swings out of the pivot with one bounce. Look at him. Put the accelerator down. Shoot towards goal. A long kick goes in, but it's off target. Hitting the behind post of the base. And we will see it go out of bounds on the foot. Or did it bounce? It may have just bounced, so a throw in.
I thought it hit the post on the foot, Sandy.
So did I, and the boundary umpire was caught napping a little.
I think the crowd did too, Sandy.
Yes, I'm sure they did.
But when you say the boundary umpire, the goal umpire usually gives a signal from those positions. As Rendell took the ball, got the boot to it now. Purred a great mark. Yes, a hand pass on to Loken. Loken's underground pass. Deliberately it was, because the only way he could get the ball through to his teammate, and Lee Carlson comes out with the free kick. Carlson from the half-back flank. Sees Wilson giving the lead. Diving attempt by Wilson, not coming off. Polkinghorn comes in, gets the hand pass, it goes straight to the opposition, but he's found a free kick. It'll go to David Polkinghorn. Billy Loken being spoken to by the umpire, Neville Nash, and the ball relayed back to David Polkinghorn on centre wing. Nice kick from Polkinghorn towards half forward. Burton was up. The ball was punched through to the back. Matthews swoops on it. Can't handle it cleanly, though, because it was knocked away by Grant Laurie. So we're throwing to take place midway between forward pocket and half-forward flank for Hawthorn, with Hawthorn at the present stage 4.5 minutes into the second term, holding a 2-point lead.
Rendell trying to do it from behind. McCarthy coming over the top. Underneath was Leon Harris. Loses it. This is danger. Judge shoots in towards goal. It goes across the face of goal. Right across the face, in fact, out of bounds in the left forward pocket. 5-6, 5-4, favouring the Hawks. They've done just about all the attacking in the opening 5 minutes of this quarter. Rendell leaning into McCarthy. And Glenn James decides to pull another bounce. Very good crowd here at the MCG and enjoying this struggle. McCarthy again. Rendell. McCarthy going over the top. Tries to follow it up himself. And no one able to get it out. They've just pushed it into the square now. 5-6 to 5-4, favouring Hawthorn. Eventually Coleman coming over the top, thumping it out of the immediate danger area. Eade and Billy Loken see it over the line. So another throw. Bit of a stalemate on that outer side of the ground at the moment. As yet, no interchange players have been introduced. Rendell has to put it down the throat of Pert, but he lost it to Knights, who shoots in towards goal. Judge is there, making position, but he's not quick enough. It beats him over the line again in that left forward pocket.
The throw around 5 metres behind post in the forward pocket. McCarthy and Rendell. Rendell gets it tapped down. Tuck. Couldn't quite keep him playing. Really went out of bounds on the full, but I think he kicked it along the ground. So
worth a try.
Throwing him in the forward pocket for Hawthorn. Rendell again tapped it a little forward. Free kick going against McCarthy. Probably penalised Fitzroy because Leon Harris was off and running. The umpire, not knowing that, he had blown his whistle when the free kick was coming. Rendell was going to hand pass. Now he tries to draw the play towards him. Gives it a long hand pass to Parrish. Parrish now up towards centre wing. Side bottom in the front position. Can't take the mark. Knights is first on the scene. Slips. Gets away from his opponent on that occasion. Side bottom. Puts it in towards the centre of the ground. Tuck's there. Bad bounce for Tuck. Knocked on by Swab. He goes after it. Gets rid of Nettlefold. Free kick going to Nettlefold though. He hand passes on to Carlson. Carlson a hand pass over the top to Coleman. Coleman now from the half-back line towards half-forward. Wilson there to take a nice mark. So it's Gary Wilson, the Fitzroy skipper, who's got 2 goals on the board. Won't make the distance from here. Looks for Quinlan. And Quinlan takes a well-judged mark. Yes. Now Halloran playing Quinlan from the front position, Sandy, and if it were me against Quinlan, I would reverse roles and play it from behind and
come with an almighty fist
away.
Well, let's see what Bernie Quinlan can do. 30 metres out, directly in front, drop punt on its way. Goal umpire making enormous distance to register only 1 behind, and a disappointed Bernie Quinlan. He's now kicked 1 goal, 3 for the match to take his side to within a point of Hawthorn. Just on 8 minutes have elapsed in this second term as Ayres goes to the outer side of the ground and right to the outer side of the ground, so the Roy's through Leon Harris will bring it back into play yet again. Gee, they've got Quinlan loose up there. Payton's with him now. He goes longer than that. Wilson backing. Goal! Just about plucked it. Thought for a moment he had. Payton, however, comes away for the Hawks. Under pressure. Rendell, a difficult one to mark, and he can't complete it. They all squabble over it, and eventually it's Coleman who picks it up. Wing towards full forward, and Quinlan is there, this time within 20 metres.
This time I would imagine he would make amends for the previous one, Sandy. 1 goal, 3 on the board at the moment. Hawthorn holding a 1-point advantage, so can Bernie Quinlan give Fitzroy a 5-point lead?
The drop punt again will be favoured. Very casually goes towards goal. He makes no mistake this time, and the Roy's are in front. 6-5 to 5-6 on Sevens. Big lead.
Elated Fitzroy fans is on replay. We see Glenn Coleman of Fitzroy float the ball forward. Bernie Quinlan judging it to perfection. bounce in the centre. No change with the ruckman. Payton of Hawthorn, Rendell of Fitzroy. There's the board. 5 points, the advantage held by Fitzroy.
Rendell wins it again. Wallace tucks his head down and gets the free kick. Well, he's a prolific kick winner. Long in towards Matthews, who's the target. Hitchin gets in front and then tries to fist it away. Pert goes down with Matthews, and together they bottle it up in that right forward pocket. A game that's been played in great spirit so far. Loveridge, beautifully smothered off the boot. Tuck, again smothered, and this time out of bounds. Good work.
A great example for youngsters on 2 occasions there, just what's required. Rendell from behind. Big punch. Punches out favours Tuck. Gets away from his opponent. Floats the ball forward. Knights off. Peter Knights. It almost had been a 15-metre penalty, but by Neville Nash giving Fitzroy the benefit of the doubt there. Peter Knights still within kicking distance. He's only 35 metres out. No angle of note. He's already kicked 1 goal. So Peter Knights had no trouble with the distance. Goal umpire coming across indicates that 4 points. So it's 2 goals to Peter Knight. And once again Hawthorn hit the front with a 1-point lead. A moment ago we saw jubilant Fitzroy supporters. Now it's Hawthorn. As on replay we see Peter Knights, the only player to look as though he was going to take that one. And that was where I thought there may have been a 15-metre penalty.
Centre bounce once again, 6-6 to 6-5 on Sevens Big League. Just on 11.5 minutes played, second term. Rendell, Payton. The bounce that will not help Ian Payton. McCarthy tries to get through with strength. Loveridge with skill is successful. Matthews not on the half volley this time. Brereton over the top, and Glenn James decides a bounce. It's the best thing he can do.
No one between the bounce and the goal, Sandy.
No, totally vacant, so we'll see what happens. McCarthy and Rendell lean on each other. Wallace straight towards Brereton. Good defensive work by Laurie, sees it over the line. And a throw in the left forward pocket.
That's just after I spoke. Dermot Brereton
snuck back,
ran to the position, and he was well tagged on that occasion by Grant Laurie. Good defensive work.
McCarthy and Rendell again in that forward zone. Again won by Rendell, but it won't be kept in play by Gary Pert. So another throw in. They've brought it almost around to the half back line though, Fitzroy. Sheer persistence by Rendell. Locking arms, using the left arm to try and punch it away. Taken by Schwab across to Michael Tuck, who dropped it. Play on is the call, however. Coleman. Oh, high floater. Nettlefold sees it over the line. Very tight at the moment. Payton now replacing McCarthy, although the latter comes over the top. It ends up with Ian Payton to the half-forward line, and the mark taken by Ken Jones. Oh, he's standing out with those long sleeves. Knights is loose.
Good play by Peter Knights there, Sandy. He was with King Judge when Judge took the mark. He saw the vacant area out there and actually sprinted to get there to make position. Wonderful play by Peter Knights.
And the chance for Hawthorn to go to a 7-point break. The drop punt by Peter is good. And Hawthorn open up a 7-point lead, 7-6 to 6-5 on Sevens Big League.
This night's proving a danger there for Hawthorn. For Fitzroy, I should say. He's had Pert shifted away from him. And Coleman now has got the task of Peter Knights.
31 years of age, but still thrilling. Lovers of football with his great skills. Here's the bounce in the middle again. Perfect bounce too in the centre. One by Payton. This time down to McCarthy, but his handball goes straight to Carlson. A good smother, however. Schwab rides the bump beautifully, spins out of trouble, heads in towards goal. Matthews is there. Can't quite take it though before it goes over the line. And a throw in the left forward pocket.
The throw in right alongside the behind post. 7 points the advantage held by Hawthorn at this moment. Nearly 15 minutes into the second term as Matthews there. Straightens up, goes across the face of Golo and just through for 1 point. So Lee Matthews now having kicked 2 goals to of Hawthorn's 7-7, and it's an 8-point lead. So Grant Laurie this time. Laurie goes long, looking for Pert. He doesn't let his teammate down. Gary Pert. Way between half-back and centre wing. Looks for side bottom, and that play doesn't let him down. 2 good pieces of disposal there from Fitzroy. The side bottom now from centre wing. Members side of the ground. Goes for the long kick this time, favouring the drop punt. Drops short, and David O'Halloran takes the mark. O'Halloran now from centre half-back. Almost straight down the ground. Knights. Great effort by Peter Knights. Couldn't quite grab it on the second attempt. Tackle against Ed Wilson, gets a hand pass in to Clayton. His kick in towards the centre of the ground. Roos was held as he was going for the mark, and Paul Roos of Fitzroy will take the kick. Roos goes for the short pass, looking for Conlon. It's punched away there by Robertson. Robertson gathers the ball well. The hand pass to Green. Green breaks away from the tackle. Then a hand pass into Robertson. Over the top looking for Wallace. A bad bounce for Wallace, and it's picked up now by Clayton. Clayton gets the hand pass into the centre to Nettlefold. Nettlefold's kick out wide, favours Ayres, punched away by Ayres, taken by Wilson. A good tackle by Ayres. Harris picks the ball up, snaps towards the forward pocket. O'Halloran coming out, the diving mark taken by Hawthorn fullback David O'Halloran. He comes across the ground. Green has made position and he takes the mark. So Russell Green, 15-metre penalty. Hand pass towards centre half-back and Michael Tuck. Tuck into the centre, finds McCarthy. He's going to hand pass. Now he's called play on by the umpires. McCarthy goes long towards Matthews in the pocket. Matthews takes the mark. Lee Matthews, 2 goals on the board, 2-2 to be exact, and from the forward pocket, he's only 25 metres out. A reasonably acute angle, but from that side of the ground, those goals are fairly open. But Lee Matthews stabs at the ball, and he's offline for only 1 point. 2-3 to Lee Matthews, 7-8 to Hawthorn. 7-8 to 6-5.
At the 17.5-minute mark, second term. This is the biggest lead we've seen so far today. Some good shepherding allows Bradley Gotch through. Gives it on to Leon Harris. Can he get past? Yes, he can with another bounce. He could go over the top this time to Conlon. He tries to draw the player and is eventually forced to kick long. No one able to complete the mark, but I think the free kick will go the way of Hawthorn. Will to David O'Halloran. Puts it out in front of Robertson. Support for Loveridge. Schwab couldn't smother it. Carlson doesn't get a good bounce. Oh, he's having dreadful trouble picking up the football. Schwab goes in now and shows him how to do it. Well done, Hawthorn, as they push it up to their half-forward line once again. Laurie is there for Fitzroy, deciding to head towards the boundary line. And over he goes for a throw.
In the forward pocket for Hawthorn. Time clock ticking away to 18.5 minutes. Rendell against McCarthy. McCarthy in front 1 minute, then behind the next. Rendell got the tap down to Parrish. Parrish's kick could prove dangerous as Rodney Eade leads in the race for the ball. Can't trap the ball the first time. Got tripped. Tried to tap the ball out. Couldn't do so. And umpire Neville Nash will signify that he will bounce the ball. And bounce on the half-forward line for Hawthorn.
And Fitzroy preparing to make the first interchange with David McMahon warming up on the sidelines. We'll keep an eye on that as Polkinghorne puts a high ball towards Payton. He's unable to mark. Nettlefold looks for the free kick. Clayton is there, and in fact he will take it. across to Lee Carlson, former Collingwood player, enjoying success at Fitzroy. Wilson showing all the skills of a great player. Gives it across to Roos, in trouble, out of trouble, back to Wilson, who can steady and shoot towards goal. He does, and he doesn't let his side down as Loken leaves the ground. Fitzroy come back. 7-8 to 7-5 as he kicks his third on Seven's big lead.
Yes, good teamwork by Fitzroy and Hawthorn about to make their first interchanges. On the replay, we see Wilson give the hand pass out to Roos. Wilson going on down the ground again, taking it back from Paul Roos, and Gary Wilson brings up his third goal. There's Byrne on the ground for Briet. Centre bounce. Payton the favourite. Tried to gain possession. Rendell came through and puts a long kick down towards the forward area. Bernie Quinlan going after it. He can't get there before the ball runs over the boundary line in the forward pocket. So we're throwing there with Hawthorn holding a 3-point advantage 20 minutes into the second quarter. There's the board. 7-8-50 to 7-5-47. Quinlan from behind Robertson. Puts it over the boundary line again. Only 1 yard away from the previous throw-in. I should have said Sandy. I was showing my age. We find the loose ball now. Comes out towards Gary Ayres. Ayres gets the lead from Swab. And a nice pass finds Swab to take the mark. Swab puts it on again. Well, Polkinghorn made position. Polkinghorn will go for the hand pass now. On to Judge. Judge hand passes it forward. Was going to go after it again, but it went over the boundary line, so we're throwing on centre wing, Members' side of the ground.
21 minutes gone. Second term. A margin of 3 points favouring the Hawks. Payton and Rendell. McCarthy over the top. Harris through. Cop one for his services. And again, Peter Schwab will take a free kick.
Lucky for Hawthorn, the umpire didn't play the advantage, Sandy, because it was all Fitzroy where the ball went.
Peter Schwab just on the defensive side of centre. Chance to go down towards the wing. Parrish. And over the top. Had a fine couple of years since coming over from the West Torrens club. Looking for side bottom. Fisted away. Peter Schwab will be first to this football. Very quickly onto the left boot, but it's all Fitzroy. Leon Harris says to Lee Carlson, I'll take it, and he does. Quinlan's out at half forward now, almost. It's the direction the ball's heading, in fact, over his head. Waiting down, it's tapped forward. Cleverly done, too. Got it across to Russell Green, back again to Green. They run the triangle, and Russell goes long. Tuck falls at the critical stage. Bad luck for him, and Nettlefold is able to come away for Fitzroy. Long to the half-forward line once again. First to recover is side bottom. Trying to use strength to barge through, but he can't, and O'Halloran will get them out of trouble. A long handball to Rodney Eade. Eade puts it out even wider. The opportunity now there for Robertson. He taps it forward, and Hawthorn look dangerous this time as they go up towards Michael Byrne. Fresh man on the ground. On the right half-forward flank. Matthews gives a lead. That's his target. Knight's backing into that pack. No one able to take it, and Glenn James comes in, deciding on a bounce at the 23-minute mark of the second term.
It's in the forward pocket for Hawthorn. Umpire Glenn James. It'll be Michael McCarthy against Matt Rendell. Coming across, Byrne wins out. Peter Knight's coming through, taps it forward. Goal number 4 coming up to Peter Knights. Knights puts the ball through, and Hawthorn go to 8 goals, 8-56 with Fitzroy 7-5-47. Proving a danger man, Sandy.
Yes, 4 goals, 3 of them kicked in this term, and the great champion reading it well, just tapping the ball forward. So we have a look at him in replay. Well tapped down, and Knight showing pace, just keeping his eye on the ball, paddling it forward, and winning possession, and sensibly not trying to kick the leather of it, just poke it through. Centre bounce. Push down towards Coleman. He goes to ground. The ball held, and so a bounce, but it's in the Hawks attacking zone once again. 8-8 to 7-5, favouring Hawthorn in this qualifying final. Spooned out the back door, taken by Eade to Ayres, who can run on. Steady. Shoots in towards the pocket, and Michael Byrne takes the mark. The lead at the moment is 9 points.
Lead's coming from everywhere down there, Sandy, but everyone blocked by Fitzroy defenders. Good play.
Byrne, very deliberate, goes right across the face of goal, and Glenn Coleman is there for Fitzroy. I'm trying to use the banana ball, that didn't work.
Which one first?
The wrong break of it to the outer side of the ground. The Hawks still in possession, however. Away they scoot. Robertson. Nice. Well, he really is. You said, Robbie, he's proving the danger man. Plus 15 metres. So he's only 20 metres out from goal. He's kicked 4. And an excellent chance of making it 5. Could have been slightly winded on that occasion. Pretty off the boot. That doesn't matter. It's extremely effective as Peter Knights kicks his 5th goal and Hawthorn's 9th. 9-8 to 7-5 on 7's big lead.
So that's the greatest margin so far in the game. 15 points. On replay now. 7's big lead. You see Hinchin come in after the ball, and that's the reason Knights got a 15-metre penalty. Critical of Hinchin because he had to make sure that Knights earned that mark. Payton got the tap. Picked up by Wallace. Down towards the forward pocket. Matthews and Hinchin. Hinchin, second grab, then tackled too high, and Graham Hinchin will take the free kick. Comes wide with a short pass looking for Gotch. Trapped well on the half volley. Dummied the hand pass, then straightens up onto the left foot. Puts the long kick towards half forward. Here's a lovely mark. Gary Ayres from the half-back line this time. Nice kick towards centre-half forward. Looking for Knights. Knights went straight into Bradley Gotch and so gives away a free kick. So Gotch, smallest player on the ground. A left foot kick out towards the half-forward line. Mew was up high, couldn't take the mark. He's held by Sidebottom. The ball was trying to tap through the pack. Picked up this time by Mew. He has a chance to steady, has 2 bounces, comes away now up towards the wing, swings it towards centre-half forward. Byrne in the front position, 2 grabs. Matthews knocks the ball away, comes after it again, gives the hand pass out now to Loveridge. Loveridge a short pass up to McCarthy, and it's another goal of the Hawks.
Michael McCarthy kicks his first, and Hawthorn kick away. 10-8 to 7-5. On 7's big lead.
On replay now, we see Matthews win possession. The hand pass out to Loveridge. Loveridge a quick look, seeing McCarthy completely clear. Put the ball over to McCarthy. Well-placed kick, and right through the centre.
Back to the centre. Time running out for Fitzroy in this term. Hawthorn starting to look very awesome. To half forward. Matthews gets a bad bounce besides a push in the back. Here's trouble again. Byrne. The long handball up to Robertson. This could be another one. He dummies. Gives it to him. Loveridge says thank you and puts through goal number 11. Richard Loveridge kicks his first. The teamwork of Hawthorn proving superior in the last 5 minutes. And they move to 11-8, 74. Scooting away from Fitzroy's 7-5, 47.
And so it came from good teamwork in the centre, Sandy, where we saw a quick hand pass across to Terry Wallace. Wallace putting the ball down. And there on replay we see a long hand pass. Robertson drawing the player towards him. Then a quick hand pass to Loveridge. And he put it through for the 11th goal to Hawthorn.
6 goals to 2 favouring the Hawks in this term, which can only have a minute or so left to play. The centre bounce again. Rendell and Payton. Won by the latter this time. Trying to force it forward was Peter Knights. Grant Laurie stopping that. Ayres and Harris Here's having the heightened strength. Harris, plenty of pace and support on this occasion. Quinlan a long way out on that left foot, in towards full forward. Conlon was there. Russell Green, however, is also there for Hawthorn, and he brings it away. Payton, this is what he should have taken. He'll get support, though, through Robertson. In for the second grab. Another long one to Payton, who could go out wider to Schwab, but he's gone the other way. Scott Clayton comes through. Short chip finding Conlon, who will try and run. Receive it again from Carlson. He gets caught. Byrne shrugs one tackle from Nettlefold, and the umpire did see it because it was a nice little chop. So Nettlefold. Fitzroy desperately wanting a couple of goals, if possible, before the siren sounds. Airs up high, but it just bounced off his chest. Tuck lending great support. Eade, short, Schwab.
It's a well-placed kick by Rodney Eade. Schwab was looking for the hand pass. Now he directs it across towards centre half-back. Polkinghorn's there. He'll give that long hand pass to Green from the centre of the ground. Green having plenty of time to steady. Poor kick from Russell Green, though. Goes straight to the opposition. Parrish took his eye off the ball as the siren goes with Hawthorn at half-time. 11 goals, 8, 74. Leading Fitzroy 7-5, 47.
Fitzroy going to the all-important third term, down 27 points after a marvellous second quarter by the Hawks, in which they booted 6 goals to clear out that very handy lead. Rendell, who's been a trier all day for Fitzroy, wins it out of the centre, pokes it down towards the half-forward line. But it was O'Halloran. Caught is Tuck, holding the ball. Play on is the call. He's let it go downfield. Sidebottom picks it up with the left foot. Gotch in with great courage. McMahon on the ground. Flicks it over his shoulder. He shoots, and he thinks he's gold. It could be the start the Royals require. First goal to David McMahon, and now they trail by 21 points on Sevens big lead.
Yes, so the advantage rule being used to big advantage then when Grant Laurie went on after the free kick would have been paid, and this time before that was when I was talking about when Laurie put the ball down, the loose ball picked up by David McMahon, and we watched the replay as David McMahon snaps truly. 34 seconds it took for Fitzroy to put first goal up. Payton taps the ball away, knocked on by Harris. Polkinghorn got an awkward bounce. Gotch coming through, showing great courage, gets a push in the back, and so he'll take the free kick. So it's a little Bradley Gotch. Fitzroy attempting to go straight in. Quinlan, a lovely lead. Oh, misses the mark. Good pass by Gotch, taken away by Payton. Bad luck for Quinlan and Fitzroy as Payton puts it high into the centre. Tapped on in beautiful fashion by Peter Knights. McCarthy comes out with the ball. Dropping short, it's taken by Osborne. Osborne of Fitzroy, across the ground. Looks for Nettlefold. He takes the mark. Looking to play on. Judge giving away a 15-metre penalty, but not worrying because he knew he had to make sure that Nettlefold wasn't allowed to play on. On he goes now with a hand pass. Parrish slips, gets a hand pass over the top towards Harris. Back now to Nettlefold. Nettlefold with the short pass up towards half-forward. It runs over the boundary line, though, and the throwing to take place on the half-forward line on the outer side of the ground.
Opening 2 minutes of the all-important third term. Fitzroy, 1 goal on the board. They can get the next one. Back in business. Payton caught. Glenn James allowing it to go on momentarily. Clayton. McMahon again, danger on that right foot. He hooks it miraculously over his shoulder, but this time not far enough. Out of bounds on the foot.
So the free kick, it won't be taken by O'Halloran. He'll be forced to take the ball around, and Russell Green, a Hawthorn now, from the back pocket. Oh, it's a shocking kick off the side of the boot. Side bottom, good mark by Gary Sidebottom, and Russell Green will certainly not forget that kick. Gary Sidebottom, 35 metres out, maybe 40 from where he's about to kick, but virtually directly in front. So Sidebottom now. It's the kick goalward, and that's what Fitzroy needed. 2 goals in 3 minutes.
Can they come back as we check the scoreboard? Hawthorn 11-8, 74. Fitzroy 9-5, 59 on Sevens big league. So the margin whittled down now to 15 points.
Robert Walls had been programming what he wanted. Sandy couldn't have come any better than the 2 goals today.
Well, let's see what happens this time. Out of the middle, Rendell, who's been a tireless worker, up against Ian Payton, who's also tried his heart out. Neither gets a decisive knockout. Harris is away. He's called play on to advantage this time. O'Halloran's in front of Quinlan and takes the mark on the chest. Kicks to the half-back flank. Robertson in the pack. A good mark's going to be paid to Chris Mew. To half forward, looking for McCarthy. Pert there with him. And it's going to Gary Pert. Interfered with a little too high. Back to the half-forward line and side bottom. Boundary line beating all players, so a throw-in to take place. 74 plays 59, favouring the Hawks at the 4.5-minute mark of the third term.
So throwing on the half-forward flank for Fitzroy. Payton brings the ball down, kicked off the ground by Clayton. Once again, he puts it off the ground, right up towards the forward pocket. Now Halloran coming out, he lets the ball run over the boundary line, so we're throwing to take place. Forward pocket for Fitzroy, with Fitzroy really rejuvenated at the moment. They've lifted their game and really hit back at Hawthorn. At the present moment, we see it 74 to 59. 15 points. The margin at the present moment is Gary Ayres forces the ball forward. It goes over the boundary line, and the throw-in still in the forward pocket for Fitzroy. Almost 5.5 minutes into the third term. Mew against Quinlan. Quinlan up high, gets the ball down. It's taken by McMahon. The kick towards Harris. Harris snaps from the pocket. Hits the post. Well, Fitzroy doing all of the attacking, but what a lift that one would have been, Sandy.
My word, it would have. But it didn't come off. So David O'Halloran goes back in over Michael Tuckett. It was a bad one for Tuckett. He scoops it out the back door now, but the boundary line may beat players. No, it's going to be kept in. Touch tackle on Harris is good. Netterfold scoots away. He'll go long. In towards full forward. Quinlan over the top, will he? From behind. Loses it. Russell Green out of trouble. Over the head of Lee Carlson. Parrish is there coming to meet it. Picks it up now. Caught and beautifully tackled. Play allowed to go on. Carlson picks it up. Has it partly smothered. Thumped over the back. Clayton has another one. Fisted forward eventually, and it'll be Rendell who'll be first to the football. Both sides realising now that the real pressure, the real test is coming. Over the top. Green is there, but there's some holding on. It will go the way of Hawthorn. Russell Green will hand it over to David Polkinghorne, and he'll take it from the half-back flank. Knight's the target. Outpointed on this occasion. Laurie to Nettelfold. Puts him under pressure. Chops 2 of the opposition out of the way. Can he make it 3? He's put Carlson under the hammer. In towards side bottom. Beautifully but fairly bumped. Side bottom recovers magnificently. Up towards the half-forward line. Gary Ayres is there to take it.
So Ayres now. Up towards the centre of the ground. Wendell punches the ball away. Knight swoops on the ball. Knight straight across the ground with the kick. It's Connell and Eade. Neither player can mark. Loveridge gets the ball across to Kennedy. Kennedy down towards half forward. Byrne and Coleman. Byrne traps the ball beautifully. Hooks it over the shoulder. Rodney Eade, the player he was looking for, and finds Eade across the half forward line. So Eade following on down the ground on that occasion. Ken Judge awaiting the ball in the goal square. 15-metre penalty. It brings him right within kicking distance now. Kirk must have been creeping up over the mark, and that really makes a difference because Rodney Eade now only 20 metres out. Yet to put a goal on the board, but 20 metres out. No mistake about that. Hawthorn's first score for the quarter, 1 goal to Rodney Eade.
And the margin once again back to 20 points, with Rodney Eade taking the Hawks to 12-8, leading Fitzroy 9-6 on 7's big lead.
On the big replay, we see Michael Byrne snap over the shoulder and the mark taken there by Rodney Eade.
Back in the middle, Ian Payton and Matt Rendell. Just on 8 minutes played. Rendell wins it, but straight to Tuck. He tumbles a punt long to the half-forward line. Loveridge forced onto the defensive, spoils well. Fitzroy players have got a lift. McMahon, Quinlan has that one. Directly in front. He's kicked 2 goals, 3. And certainly needs the drop punt on its way. Has a good look. Signals all clear. And Fitzroy come back again. 12-8 to 10-6. 14-point margin favouring the Hawks.
9 minutes, and we have witnessed Fitzroy kick 3 goals, Hawthorn 1. So 4 goals in 9 minutes of football. As on replay, we see Quinlan taking that mark. Helen trying to punch the ball away, but unsuccessful in his attempts. Rendell against Payton. Neither of these players have been off the ball. Although Michael McCarthy does most of the ruck work from the forward line for Hawthorn. Rendell covering more ground actually. Wallace takes the ball out of the centre, puts it out towards the wing. John Kennedy taking the mark. On to Wallace again. Wallace floating the kick forward. Tuck. An awkward bounce. Nettle foul. Hand pass puts Rendell under all sorts of pressure. And the hand pass goes over the boundary line. So a throw-in to take place. Centre wing, members side of the ground. 10 minutes have gone in the third term with Hawthorn 80 points, Fitzroy 66. Knights up high, got the tap. McCarthy came in, pushes his opponent on that occasion with a Gotch, and Bradley Gotch gets the free kick. Gotch of Fitzroy, half-back flank. Hand pass, on to Nettlefold. On a go. Almost smothered, was smothered in fact by Payton. Payton, a great effort there. Short kick from Wallace. Tuck has the ball, punched away by Burt. Over the boundary line it goes, and yet again the throw-in midway between the respective interchange benches.
Rendell and Payton coming over the top. Knights. Laurie twisting and turning. Side bottom, trapped it beautifully. Used the body well. Gives it to the pace of Conlon. He draws the player, then sets up the handball to Roos, who drops it but recovers. Is forced under great pressure to just chip over the top, and O'Halloran will have too much pace for Quinlan and see it over the line.
It's a golden opportunity going there as Roos did not quite take that hand pass. Quinlan gets the tap. O'Halloran trying to gain possession. Almost threw the ball out. Robertson was held with on possession. It comes to Mew. Mew, a long kick, a spirally torpedo punt kick. Pert's there, a diving attempt. He gets good support from Parrish. Parrish bouncing his way through the centre, spears the ball forward. Kennedy dives forward and takes the mark. John Kennedy, hand pass to Robertson, on to Mew. Mew likewise to Green. Dummies, the left foot kick out wide where Payton's made position. He'll go on straight away. The kick from Payton down towards Matthews in the goal square. Matthews it is who takes the mark. And Matthews, who has 2 goals on the board at the present moment, and from only 11 metres out from goal, directly in front, Lee Matthews should have no trouble in making it his 3rd goal, 13 for Hawthorn, and 20 points to margin once again. The kick from Matthews would have been a 15-metre penalty anyway, but it matters not because it's through for full points, and Lee Matthews kicks his 3rd goal to take Hawthorn to 13-8, 86, Fitzroy 10-6, 66.
And at the moment, the Hawks holding any challenge that Fitzroy can put up with. As we'll see in replay, Matthews, the strength of this man, telling out in the finish, and he was able to convert. So the ball relayed back to the centre with 12 and a half minutes of the 3rd term played. Neville Nash about the match into play. Won by Payton. Down towards Green. Tackled by Pert. Not before he gets his kick though. Out comes Matthews again. Loses it this time to Parrish. Forced onto the right boot. Carlson loose on that wing. And he's got a runner there. Uses him. Harris. Away he goes. Puts out the pass to Wilson. It's good. Wilson will no doubt look goalwards to Quinlan. McMahon is down there. And so too Roos, who is capable of flying to great heights. Wobbly old punt. Quinlan. Off hands to Mew, however. The long handball. They're out of trouble. Are they out of trouble? No, he's caught. Richard Loveridge. Glenn James says he didn't hold the ball, but now I think he's found another free kick.
Same player to take possession. possession, and so Richard Osborne. And from here, Sandy, I'd be inclined to have the shot. It's in the goal square. We see O'Halloran and Quinlan awaiting the forthcoming kick from Richard Osborne. So Osborne now. The kick dropping short. Diving mark. Good attempt there. And John Kennedy comes out with the mark. The hand pass across to Robertson. Robertson. Now a long hand pass to Loveridge. Puts him under pressure. Just gets a hand pass in. Tackle against Hawthorn, and this time they're penalised. So a kick would have gotten them out of the danger zone. As we see young Bradley Gotch in a bit of trouble there. Not a heavy knock to the nose, but David McMahon now, once again, can make the margin only 14 points.
They're tackling. There appears to be more desperation in the Fitzroy side this turn, Bobby.
Yes, and I think Hawthorn having the opportunity of getting the ball out of the danger area, but it's McMahon. 1 goal on the board. Now it's 2 as David McMahon spears the centre, and the margin only 14 points. There's the board. 11-6, 72 Fitzroy, 13-8, 86 Hawthorn. It's a replay now. We see Robertson, a long hand pass. And there's the quickness of the tackle, Sandy. As the first one, the loose ball came out. Kennedy gained possession, lost possession, didn't have much chance. But 1 tackle, 2 tackles, bad luck for Kennedy, but it was the correct decision as Payton takes the ball out of the centre. The short kick goes forward. Knights comes through. Can't win possession. Russell Green putting the ball in front of him. The short kick goes forward towards Judge. Judge can't win possession. Back with the player there in the back pocket, player Green. Matthews takes it. Doesn't hand pass. Gets away from the tackle. Has 1 bounce. Throws the ball forward. He's still in possession. And so big Matt Rendell. Again, Hawthorn's persistence coming unstuck as the big Matt Rendell. He showed persistence and wins the free kick.
Goes towards the centre as the rain starts to fall here at the MCG. Side bottom, a good grab in the middle. Needs the player coming past, doesn't get him, so goes straight to Quinlan. To Wilson. This is dangerous, but it's a beautiful smother. They're out of trouble through Ayres. Well done, Gary Ayres, as he goes up towards the wing. Byrne and Loveridge both there, and together they see it over the line for a throw-in. True centre wing spot. 86 plays 72. Well, Fitzroy have been able to get to within 14 points before this turn, but they haven't been able to get any closer. And they do it this time. It's won by side bottom to Knights. Has the player running in Chris Mew. Out comes Matthews. Well spoiled. Carlson will intercept. Shrugs 2 tackles, but will reverse onto the left foot. No, he elects the handball. Across to Hinchin. Now Parrish. Are they trying to do too much? They are, but they'll get out of it. Clayton's strength tells. Towards full forward. Quinlan. Stolen by Roos, who shoots and goals. Here they come, the Roys. They've broken the 14-point barrier. 13-8 the Hawks. Fitzroy 12-6 on 7's big lead.
This will Hawthorn look in complete control at half-time, holding a 27-point advantage. But right now we're watching on replay as Laurie takes a hand pass to Clayton. Clayton breaks the tackle, puts the ball forward. Quinlan coming over the top, taps the ball forward, went for it the second time. Sharp there by Roos, and he puts through his first goal.
The chants go up around the MCG as the rain continues to come down. Here's the centre bounce with Rendell and Payton. Indecisive. Robertson held, and he'll take the free kick. Right in the middle. He goes long to the half-forward line. The big pack flies. It's pushed towards the boundary line. Richard Loveridge first to it, hooking it over the shoulder, keeping the ball in play towards the pocket. Rendell has the height advantage. Matthews through without it. The hurried kick by Hinchin finds Coleman. He bursts through the half-back line as the rain comes to a halt. Goes towards side bottom. Can't complete it with the one grab. Bruce tries to push it forward. Runs into McMahon. This allows Ayres a path through. He goes long up towards the half-forward line. The spoil. Nettlefold looking for the free kick. And a player going in over the top has given it away. And Peter Schwab will be the recipient. This game really has come to life. Matthews. Hands on hips. Waits for the kick from Peter Schwab. It looks good. It is good. And the Hawks can answer the challenge. 14-8 to 12-6 as Peter Schwab kicks his first on Seven's big lead.
Yes, well, with almost 19 minutes gone in this third term, Fitzroy added 5 goals, while Hawthorn have put 3 straight goals on the board. I'm watching the replay now as it's knocked forward by Schwab. Schwab diving in after it. Coleman coming over the top, and you saw there, right, it was a free kick.
From the centre, Judge.
And Ken Judge racing after it now. Hotney's in to shoot is Parrish. Tapped back by Judge. Comes back to Judge again. He gets the hand pass in straight to the opposition. Carlson puts the ball forward. Bradley Gotch dives. He gets support from Roos. Roos coming out. Tackle. Gets the hand pass into Gotch. Gotch puts it on to Carlson. Carlson hand passes out wide to Harris. Harris goes goalward. Quinlan up high. Is it touched? Hit the post. 1 point to Leon Harris. So it's 14-8 to 12-7.
92 plays 79, favouring the Hawks. The Sun desperately trying to peep through again as David O'Halloran goes to the outer side, tuck the target, and tuck it is. Just a few weeks with a break in the hand, but certainly come back with a vengeance. Looking for Judge. The diving mark, not being paid. He goes on with the handball. Russell Green receives on the flank, pushes it in towards the forward zone. Laurie taken out of it. Here's a good handball. McCarthy gives it to Knights and he says, go! He's off target. And 1 point under. 5 goals, 2 to his credit.
So it looked certainly then, Andy.
Yes, well, I'm sure McCarthy thought it was because he just thrust his arm out, telling Peter to put the accelerator down and get moving. So, Hinchin to the outer side. Rendell can't complete it with 1 grab. A short kick gathers little distance. Harris shows great courage as they make a change. McCarthy off and Robert Dipierre Domenico comes on. He'll liven up proceedings. Throw in on that outer side. Rendell, Knights with a roundhouse left. Matthews out of bounds on the under a ton of pressure.
Hinchin's done pretty well on Matthews since they took Parrish away, Sandy.
Hinchin towards the wing. Again, Rendell the target. Carlson waiting down, but the boundary line will beat him. And another throw in. "22 minutes have elapsed in this third term. Wilson to centre wing, Roos. Hawthorn still holding this 14-point break. What a handy one it is. To half forward. Side bottom, O'Halloran almost spoiled his own man. The Hawks maintain possession. Robertson ran into a spot of bother. No big pardons at the moment. It's little leverage coming out. Giving it across to O'Halloran. Goes further forward. Players overrunning the football under the pressure. Matthews runs into trouble. I think the free kick had already been given.
Yes, it had, Sandy.
There's Clayton to take it. On to Rendell, and they're out of trouble.
Rendell steadies. Gives it to Conlon. Conlon over the top. Looking for and finding Nettlefold. Having a bit of trouble gaining possession now, and does eventually lose it to Payton. Picked up by Swab. Swab's kick touched off the boot and it's out of bounds, so a throw to take place centre wing outer side of the ground. Still 14 points to margin, 23 minutes into the third term. Rendell and Payton. Neither player, the ball came past them both. Clayton comes out with the ball, hooks it down towards the half forward flank, but he's so far offline that it's into the crowd and the free kick to be taken by Russell Green. Green of Hawthorn. Long towards half forward. Judge from behind. Can't mark from behind though because Parrish was up in that front position. Parrish forced the ball forward. He goes over the boundary line and throwing midway between centre wing and half forward flank for Hawthorn. Rendell takes the ball out of the ruck. His kick up towards the wing. Russell Green up, punches the ball away. Robertson, I should say, and he punches the ball away from Bradley Gotch. So centre wing virtually, outer side of the ground. Rendell number 9, Payton number 12. Neither player a clear knock. Gotch first on the scene, then back over the boundary once again. Has to come off the boot of Bradley Gotch, and Tuck will take a free kick.
Just on the defensive side of centre wing, Michael Tuck looking for Knights, almost bundled out of it. But no, it's going to go the other way. And 15 metres, so they brought it back to virtually the wing.
So Parrish with the free kick.
And look up forward. We're almost into time on. Quinlan up at the back, unable to mark. McMahon, always dangerous. Bruce, the target, up high, but only with one arm. Ayres, a great try. Paddles the ball out to Russell Green. He heads towards Peter Knights. Intercepted, however. Pushed forward by Parrish, who was pushed into that. And he'll take the free kick. I don't know what the crowd's carrying on about. He was certainly pushed. Side bottom. He can go on and he can kick this. 40 metres out. He tries to kick it over the top of the MCG, hence off the side of the boot and out of bounds in the right forward pocket. Hawthorn 14-9, 93, leading Fitzroy 12-7, 79. Qualifying final, so both sides will still remain in the fight. It will be a confidence and morale boosting win to the final. At the bottom of the pack is Rendell, probably Fitzroy's best.
Easily Fitzroy's best, I think, Sandy.
Yes. Harris had to do it from behind. Ayres has been very solid, looking towards Judge and finding him just forward of centre.
Ken Judge from the centre wing towards centre half forward. Byrne was up high. It's punched away by Coleman. Racing after the swab. The kick high in the air. Peter Knights is down there awaiting it. Couldn't take it as it comes to ground. Byrne comes on the scene. The right foot from Byrne through the centre. Michael Byrne kicks his first goal. The Hawks go to 14-9, 93, 15-9, 99, I should say, with Fitzroy on 12-7, 79. 20 points once again the margin.
So now, as we look at it in replay, we can see Fitzroy have made up only 7 points in this term, as Coleman it was who did the spoiling work, but Byrne doing as a rover. Read it beautifully, picked it up, steadied, and made no mistake. Into time on by almost 2 minutes. Hawthorn lead by 20 points. Great margin to have at this stage of the game, and Payton wins it straight to Gotch, who goes high towards Harris on that half-forward line. He's bundled out of it by Robertson. Wilson tries to tap it forward. He loses it, however. It will be Polkinghorne to Schwab. Over the top of Carlson he goes. Green. Well, they try to raffle at the Hawthorn boys on that outer side of the ground and eventually take it over the line for a throw. Centre wing. Rendell and Payton. Payton doing the work from behind. Polkinghorne. Matthews and Hinchin. Parrish. Hinchin. They're in trouble here, but Hinchin does it well. He lost Parrish momentarily, but now there's Parrish back in the fray. The ball is held up and bottled up in that left forward pocket for Hawthorn. So we'll see a ball up. Rendell wins it, trying to push it out the back door. Gotch gains 15 metres, and eventually it goes over the line again. Byrne. Wallace. Matthews on the half volley. Couldn't pick it up. Hinchin decides we'll have to soccer it out of here. That's good play. Nettlefold gets it out. No one out wide. Side bottom's going to have to run. Uses the handball. McMahon overruns it. Socket off the ground again and taken by Chris Mew. He goes short. Knight's on the half-forward line. Picks it up. Over the top to Dipier Domenico. He steadies. Goes long in towards goal. A very long kick. And Hinchin does well with the spoiling work to affect only one behind.
So one behind. Hawthorn takes them to 100 points. A 21-point lead now over Fitzroy on 79. This time Glenn Coleman will be the player to put the ball back into play. Favours the long kick. Remembers side of the ground. Side bottom the target and he takes the mark. And Gary side bottom right up on the half-back flank. He's come right up the ground. Nowhere to go, so he's taking plenty of time. In towards the centre now. Ruse the target. Ruse from behind. Kennedy brings the ball down, got a push in the back, and he will take the free kick. There's the siren for three-quarter time, with Hawthorn 15-10, 100, leading Fitzroy 12-7, 79.
Hawthorn go into the final term of the qualifying final against Fitzroy at the MCG, leading by 21 points. The victor straight to the second semi, the loser to the knockout final next week. Can Fitzroy come back? Can Hawthorn hold them out? Wilson possession, twists into trouble. The hurried kick by Wallace down the throat of Rendell. It's been Fitzroy's best. Hawthorn have had a number of good players. Parrish can go on with the left foot. They want the first goal. Deep into full forward he goes and airs a great effort. Was it socket off the ground? Only one behind. I thought for a moment Gary Ayres was going to pull that down in the square. But a very great effort to do as he did. The margin is now 20 points.
Now Halloran coming back into play. Looking for Dipier Domenico. It's punched away by Carlson. Parrish goes after it. Can't win possession. Dipier Domenico gets the hand pass into Tuck. Tuck's kick. Not a long one. Goes around the wing. Going forward for the Hawks. Kennedy coming out. Tapped the ball forward. Tapped it actually into Grant Laurie. It went over the boundary line, so we're throwing to take place. Centre wing. Members side of the ground. 20 points the margin. Payton gets the ball down. Comes out with it again himself. So Payton's kick up towards the forward pocket, where it's Matthews and Hinchin. Hinchin dives in after it. Matthews over the top. By James indicating he'll come in and bounce the ball forward pocket for Hawthorn. About 30 metres out from the Hawthorn goal. Michael Byrne of Hawthorn against Matt Rendell of Fitzroy. Rendell wins out. Goes to Tuck though. Tuck puts the ball across the ground. He coming down for Hawthorn. Can't take the mark. It's knocked on by Conlon. Parrish comes in. Parrish will give the hand pass. No, he doesn't. He elects to go for the kick. Coleman's there for Fitzroy. He'll go for the long hand pass. Finds Wilson. Wilson has got McMahon further up the ground. A well-placed kick and McMahon takes the diving mark. Half forward flank for Fitzroy. Outer side of the ground. McMahon goes for the long kick. Wobbles forward. O'Halloran comes out and takes the well-judged mark.
Very strong mark going into the pack. 2 minutes gone. Final term. O'Halloran's kick towards the half-back line. Well directed. David McMahon reads it well. Side bottom. Quinlan. They're all there. He's going short to Nettlefold. Who's not quite at the true centre-half forward spot. Oh, they're going short and they're mucking round and it's come unstuck and Michael Tuck nips in. Gets the ball out towards Wallace who put his body in strongly and will take the free kick. A real terrier. 15 metres to boot. Terry Wallace a little undecided as to where to go. Eventually heads straight down the middle. Brereton coming over the top, almost infringed. Pert at the bottom. Harris. A second attempt. Now gets the handball away towards Clayton. Under pressure, but gets a left foot kick. Tuck again. Harris. Here's the only one home. And he drops it. The umpire said he was pulled. nudge. We'll take it from the half-back line. Robertson's kick. Rendell. Back to half-forward side. Bottom can't do it. Mew is caught. Well tackled. Not before he gets it away, however. Polkinghorn into the middle. Parrish. Out he comes. A long sweeping handball is effective. Sidey bottom can have a shot. In towards Quinlan. O'Halloran too strong.
David O'Halloran taking a fine mark on that occasion. The short pass to Russell Green. O'Halloran has taken 8 marks. And Bernie Quinlan, his opponent, has kicked 3 goals, 3. So it's been a good duel down there. Russell Green now. In towards the centre. Brereton up high. Couldn't take the mark. Parrish takes the ball away. The long hand pass to Roos. On to Conlon. Conlon uses his pace. Puts the ball long down towards the goals. But he's offline and through for only 1 point. So point to Michael Conlon. Makes it 19 points to mark. 100 to 81. David O'Halloran. Straight up the centre of the ground. Kennedy and Roos. Roos wins out. Ball play on by the umpire. Quick hand pass across to Carlson. Carlson snaps the ball down towards the forward area. Punched away by O'Halloran. McMahon going after it. Can he keep it in play? No, he cannot. He and Polkinghorn. The ball's forced over the boundary line as Hawthorn make an interchange. Not on camera. And DiPietro go off. Judge back on the ground. On camera, the boundary umpire puts the ball into play. Quinlan and Mew. Mew takes the ball, runs straight into trouble. No chance to get rid of it. And umpire Neville Nash will come in and bounce the ball forward pocket for Fitzroy. With Fitzroy at the moment 5.5 minutes into the final term, facing a 19-point deficit. Ayres punches the ball wide. Gotch, left, right, tackled by Tuck. Gets it out to Nettlefold. Nettlefold hooks the ball towards centre half forward. Eade comes across, punches the ball away. Tapped on again by Clayton. Clayton just gets the kick in down towards the forward area. Quinlan! Bernie Quinlan takes the mark. And I said a few moments ago, he's kicked 3 goals, 3. And if he kicks it now, only 13 points will separate the teams. Bernie Quinlan, only 10 metres out. A fairly acute angle. There's the board saying 19 points to margin. 15-10 to 12-9. Bernie Quinlan puts the ball forward and brings up his 4th goal, and Fitzroy only trail by 13 points.
So Quinlan has scored a goal in every quarter. 4 for the day thus far. As we said in replay, it was Scott Clayton who put the ball forward under plenty of pressure. Kicks with the left foot, and Quinlan, realising that he wasn't in the best position, manoeuvred his body beautifully to take it parallel with the ground. Now the chant begins. From the centre, Rendell wins it. Tap further forward, side bottom. It could sit for him. It does. He goes long. Quinlan's at the back. He'll watch it sail through. It does. Here come the Roys. 2 goals in 2 minutes, and they're back in business. The scoreboard sees Hawthorn 15-10, 100, leading Fitzroy 14-9, 93.
Well, at quarter time, we saw Hawthorn and Fitzroy locked together on 34 points. Hawthorn with a 6-goal second term went to a 27-point lead. As on replay we see side bottom put the long kick down for his 2nd goal. At 3/4 time it was 21 points the margin. Now it's 7 as the bounce favours Rendell. He thumps the ball forward. It goes past Gotch, taken by Robertson. Robertson's kick wobbles towards the wing. Parrish almost took the mark. Caught one too high, and Les Parrish will take the free kick. Centre wing, members side of the ground. Parrish directs play towards centre half forward. Quinlan! Bernie Quinlan, 65 metres out from goal. But if anybody can kick at 65 metres, Bernie Quinlan is the one to do it. Quinlan's kick won't make the distance. It drops short. Russell Green's there for Hawthorn to take a timely mark. He gives the hand pass out to Polkinghorn. Polkinghorn towards half-back. Tuck and Nettlefold. Tuck takes the mark. Hand passes on straight away now to O'Halloran, well down the ground. Hand pass to Wallace. Not a good piece of play, but it comes off as Wallace gives it back to Tuck. Brereton on his own down the ground. He's got Knights at centre half forward. Brereton kicks it to Knights, and he takes the mark. Knights kicked 5 in the first half of the game. 4, in fact, in the second quarter. And he's still got 5 at the moment after missing a sitter during the third term after taking a hand pass from Michael Moncrief. Michael McCarthy, I should say, who's about to come back on the ground. Moncrief, of course, not playing today as Knights goes goalward. And the goal umpire says it's goal number 6 to Peter Knights. And once again, the Hawks breathe a little easier as they go to 106 to 93.
It's a great performance by Knights. 1 goal in the first term, 4 in the second, and that one for a tally of 6 thus far. The Hawks have been able to show that they can answer the challenge in front of this crowd numbering 58,288. Here's the centre bounce. Can Fitzroy come back? Can Hawthorn hold them out? Won by Byrne, taken by Carlson. A hurried kick. It was Loveridge who applied the pressure. Now Schwab. In bother. It'll be a Fitzroy free kick for a leg. Conlon. Well, hasn't had the chance to show that explosive speed today. Quinlan. Within kicking distance. Tried last time to possibly kick the leather off it. As a result, it was not a good kick. He looks more casual in this approach. A booming drop punt. It's a beautiful kick. It's home. To a 7-point margin, and what a final quarter of football on sevens. Big lead.
5 goals to Bernie Quinlan, and what a year it's been for Bernie Quinlan. 300 games, 100 goals, 100 plus now, of course, and here he is. That goal bringing Fitzroy within 7 points. Byrne in the ruck now for Hawthorn. Rendell still for Fitzroy. Byrne gets the tap. Gotch punches it back again. Kennedy takes the ball. Off the side of the boot. Up towards Gotch. Can't handle it cleanly. Loveridge is held. We're not in possession of the ball. And Richard Loveridge will take the free kick. Midway between centre and centre wing. Richard Loveridge. Which way will he go? Across the centre ground. Green has made position. Plays on straight away. The long torpedo punt kick up towards the forward area. Judge was up high. It's punched away though. Matthews racing after it. Keeps the ball in play. Hooks it back. Looking for Peter Knights. Punched away by Grant Laurie. Wobbling towards the points. And it's taken over the boundary line by Les Parrish. Now he's going to be penalised. Deliberately taking the ball over the line. And courageous decision by umpire Glenn James. And it was Michael Nettlefold, not Les Parrish, who took the ball over the line. So we find now Michael Tuck from the boundary line. Right through the centre. A great goal, Michael Tuck. His first. And 13 points once again.
A great pressure goal then by Tuck.
Bad luck for Nettlefold. He's hardly put a foot long today. And as we watch on replay now, Grant Laurie up, punching the ball towards the goals, bouncing across the goal line. Nettlefold coming over, taking it up, and diving for the line, but he was penalised for doing so.
From the centre, Rendell, side bottom, Clayton. 13 points the margin, only 13 minutes played, final term, so still plenty of time. But Hawthorn appearing at the moment to be able to answer the challenge. Well, Fitzroy have the chance through Rendell to go forward. 16th kick for the big ruckman, been a wonderful performance. At the back, Leon Harris, the leaper, shoots, and he's got it! What a goal on the run by leaping Leon Harris. And what a quarter of football as we see the margin cut back yet again to only 7 points.
Hawthorn have kicked 2 goals. Fitzroy have kicked 4 goals in this final term. 13 minutes of football. 6 goals have been scored. As on replay now, we see Leon Harris put it through the centre, not actually through the centre. It didn't matter whether it was right through the centre or not, as there's the board. 112, 105. Byrne, Rendell, neither a clear tap. It's picked up by Osborne. His kick goes straight up in the air. Mew punches the ball away, taken by Loveridge. His short kick up towards the centre. Knights comes out, couldn't take the mark. Gain possession though. Peter Knights swooping through the centre, puts the ball out towards the centre wing. Carlson gets a bad bounce, straight towards Green. Green, a hand pass back to Knights once again. Knights gives the hand pass over the top to Swab. Swab tried to get the hand pass in, but it's intercepted by Clayton. And Fitzroy's Clayton comes forward now. The kick towards half forward. Ayres in the front position, couldn't quite take the mark. Gains it well, puts the ball back up the ground towards half forward. Knocked on by Burton, or tried to knock the ball on, and Big Rendell takes yet another mark. Plays on, dummies around Burton, puts the kick up towards half forward. A well-placed kick, but a great desperate effort there by Kennedy to tap the ball away. Wilson puts the ball forward, and Quinlan takes the mark. Bernie Quinlan, 5 goals to his credit. And as we say every time Bernie Quinlan gets the ball, he may be a long way out, but you're always lucky to see Quinlan get the distance. Distance he does as Quinlan spears the centre. 1 point the margin between the sides. 17-10 to 17-9. 6 goals to Bernie Quinlan. 112 to 111. Sorry, Sandy.
It's all right, Bobby. 15 minutes gone. Still plenty of time for either side. What a struggle. What a great battle it's been. There are runners going everywhere.
Peter Knights may have kicked 3 goals in the second quarter, but Quinlan has kicked 4 in the second quarter. Knights, Quinlan 3 so far in this.
As we go back to the centre bounce. With Glenn James, Rendell and Byrne. Rendell plucks it out of the air, but he gets caught. Nettlefold has tried his heart out. Gotch paddles it forward towards Roos. He escapes. Laurie, what's he doing right down there? Onto the left foot. A bad pass straight to Gary Ayres, who's done a marvellous job in defence. Ayres in the back pocket. Passes beautifully. Finding Wallace. Goes straight on to Roberts. Away they go. The Hawks have been able to answer every challenge. This is possibly the greatest. Schwab towards full forward. Carlson comes to meet it. Coleman is there also. Carlson goes to ground. Has time to get up. Eventually wobble a short kick. It gathers no distance. Straight to Schwab, who shoots in towards goal, but Clayton is there on the last line of defence for the Royals. Hasn't a thing to kick to. Have to go to the outer side. He does. Tuck will be the flyer. Spoiling from behind. Wallace receiving, but beautifully smothered off the boot. A tackle too high on a Hawthorn player. It was like greased lightning, but it was too high. And Peter Schwab, who's been in everything in the past couple of minutes, has a chance to give Hawthorn a little more breathing space. He's kicked 1. That was in the third term. Using a torpedo punt that gathers great height, going across the face of goal and pushed through for 1 behind. So their lead is now 2 points at the 17.5-minute mark of the final term.
17-11 to 17-9. There's Graham Hinchin shielding the sun from the eyes. Comes to the members' side of the ground. The lead from Harris. Tuck intercepts though, and Michael Tuck. Now, we've mentioned about Bernie Quinlan being able to kick a ball, and so too can Michael Tuck.
And Matt Rendell very quietly telling Hinchin which side he should have kicked the football, but Michael Tuck is where the action is at the moment. He's kicked 1. That was under great pressure. So too is this one. Oh, he guides it beautifully off the boot. Straight through the middle for Michael Tuck. Straight through the middle for Hawthorn. And they lead by 8 points. 18-11 to 17-9 on 7's big lead.
Tuck's 2 goals in this term have really come. Sandy turned it telling goals. One very acute angle as we watch them replay. Hinchin puts the ball out. Tuck reading the play beautifully, and from there a great goal. Byrne against Rendell. Lion-hearted effort by Fitzroy's Matt Rendell. Byrne actually got the tap on that occasion. Wilson lost possession. Kennedy comes in. The hand pass out. Intercepted on that occasion by Pert. The hand pass came out now, and Grant Laurie puts the ball forward. Quinlan in the front position. Punched away. Goes on again. Gains it. Gives the hand pass out to Scott Clayton. Clayton's short kick goes forward. Polkinghorne, the player to take the mark. Hawthorn's David Polkinghorne. Towards centre wing. No mark taken. Across the back of the pack comes Grant Laurie. He's forced over the boundary line, so we're throwing to take place on centre wing, outer side of the ground. 8 points the margin, and Hawthorn hold, and the clock about to tick around to 20 minutes. Rendell gets a tap. Knocked away from Green. Wallace forces the ball forward. Pert comes on the scene for Fitzroy. A quick hand pass, finds Grant Laurie. He's able to steady and give the hand pass over the top. Wilson coming through, right in the centre circle. Wilson gives a quick hand pass, looking for Carlson. Ball bouncing awkwardly for Carlson. He gives it back to Wilson. On quickly, a good play. Nettlefold coming down, puts a long kick down. Quinlan in the goal square, and the mark's taken by Bernie Quinlan. Quinlan, who now has Chris Mew as an opponent, and although he's coming straight out, he'll be brought around by the umpire as the small scoreboard says 119 to 111. Bernie Quinlan will be attempting to kick his 7th goal. 7 goals, 3 if he kicks this. And if he kicks it, it'll be 2 points between the sides once again. Quinlan. He kicks truly. 7 goals to Quinlan. 2 points the margin between the sides as Fitzroy come back once again.
What a game at the MCG. 18-11 to 18-9. Quinlan, 7 goals to his credit. And for Hawthorn, Peter Knights has kicked 6 as we see in replay. The ball put forward by Nettlefold. A long kick forward, and Quinlan waiting at the back. Too strong, too talented.
And in the centre of the ground, Matthews on the ball for the first time today.
Hinchin with him. As we go back for the centre bounce. 21 minutes gone. Final term. The winner going on to the second semi-final. The loser to meet Essendon next week in the knockout final. Here's the centre bounce. Rendell, but beaten for it on this occasion. Through comes McCarthy. His handball's astray. It goes straight to Laurie. He picks it up towards the half-forward line. Wilson waits at the back. He's on the wrong side, however. Side bottom through, but without the football. So too is McMahon. Plenty of pressure now. Green steadies beautifully to Ayres. And Hawthorn look cool as they turn defence into attack. Waiting at the back, however. A chance for Fitzroy to get out of trouble. They do so. Back towards Lee Carlson, and he takes it on the chest. A good diving mark with the ball coming down from Les Parrish. 2 points the difference. Not into time on yet. McMahon has his name on this one. Now he's got Quinlan and Muir, one out duel up in the forward line. Brereton's off. Payton's on. It's a prodigious punt. Quinlan sets himself. And together with Chris Mew, they take it over the line in the right forward pocket. What a game of football this has been. Right from the word go. Good, hard, solid football. Quinlan plucks it out of the air, tries desperately to get a kick. He does! He's kicked it! The Roys have hit the front. Quinlan has kicked his 8th goal. And that is 5 goals for the quarter. Bernie, 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 say the signs. And the scoreboard sees Fitzroy, 19-9, leading Hawthorn, 18-11. On Seven's big league as we see him in trouble as he plucked it out of the air. Mew affected the tackle, but Quinlan managed to get it onto the left boot and side bottom watched it sail through. 9
minutes into this second quarter was the last time that Fitzroy held the lead, and from that moment Hawthorn went on to have a 27-point lead at half-time and looked in complete control of the game. Here we are at the present moment with Fitzroy holding a 4-point advantage. 23 and a half minutes have gone in the final term here at the MCG. You're watching the 7 big league as umpire Glenn James puts the ball down. Rendell gets the tap. Comes through to Gotch. Gotch's short kick, smothered by Kennedy. Picked up by Wilson. The hand pass across the Roos. Fitzroy Fitzroy going forward again as Roos looks for Quinlan down in the forward pocket. Quinlan gains possession. The left foot snap back towards the forward area. Conlon couldn't take the mark. It comes towards McMahon. Hawthorn desperate down there in defence, but they look a little rattled at the moment as Fitzroy in this term have added 7 goals to Hawthorn's 3 goals 1.
24 minutes have almost ticked over. Final term. Mew in the ruck work. Conlon paddling the ball along, still going, and now sees it over the line. 19-9 to 18-11. In a wonderful game of football. The loser to meet the Bombers. Robertson plucks it out of the air. Now the pressure's on Hawthorn. They've got to do something to see if they can steal the lead back again. 4 points the difference, 30 seconds away from entering time on. And there'll be a bit of time on because it's rained goals. There's his kick. McCarthy the target. Second grab. Play on is the call. The ball fisted out of his hands. It's held up between centre and the half-forward region of Fitzroy's attacking zone. Pert in the spot of bother with the cramp, but he's not worrying too much about it at the moment. To half-forward. McMahon. Not paid. Wallace. Back in towards the centre. Carlson going very easily. It allowed Knights through, but he's caught. Paddles the ball along. What a champion he is, but he's 3 against 1 this time, and he can't win. He's taken out of it behind the play. Some good shepherding work. Sees Carlson get his kick towards centre wing. Wilson will meet the football. He does. Keeps it in play. Steadies things down. Looking for Gotch. Fisted away from him. Straight to Clayton. He loses it. Gotch through again. Was he tripped? He was tackled illegally, said Glenn James, and he'll take it at centre wing as we've played half a minute of time on, so probably 3.5 minutes of play left.
And about that region, Sandy, as Gotch puts the ball forward towards a half-forward flank. Side bottoms there, couldn't take it on as he was falling. Nettlefold gets it, gets the kick down towards David McMahon. McMahon and Ayres, a good mark by Gary Ayres as Harris came across the back. It was paid the free kick, but Ayres did take the mark nonetheless. The hand pass coming on to Mew. Mew now from the half-back flank towards centre wing. Polkinghorn in the front position. It's knocked down to ground. Picked up by Swab. Swab to Robertson. Robertson has the chance to have 2 bounces. He'll have the shot. No, he'll go to the hand pass. He's now from the pocket. Hooks it down towards goal. Byrne in the front position. Punched away by Coleman. Taken by Loveridge. He gets a push in the back. It'll be a free kick to Hawthorn's Richard Loveridge. He's 20 metres out from goal. About a 45-degree angle. Umpire Glenn James on the mark. And disappointed Gary Pert, but there's no doubt that it was a free kick to Richard Loveridge. And the pressure that's on the young Hawk, who was one of the recruits of the year last year. And has had some bad luck during this season, but right now it's Richard Loveridge and Hawthorn are back in front. Loveridge puts his second goal through, and it's Hawthorn 19-11 to Fitzroy 19-9. 2 points, the margin held by Hawthorn. 27 minutes have gone. As on replay, you see why Richard Loveridge received that free kick. Centre bounce. 2 points, the margin. Rendell and Payton. The bounce favours Rendell. He grabs it, he's tackled, loses possession. The ball picked up there by Clayton. Clayton tackled, and the umpire, Neville Nash, decides to bounce the ball again 10 metres on the Hawthorn side of the centre. From the bounce. Payton this time puts it out. Clayton gets the short kick forward. Eade comes out, traps it well on the half volley. Tackle too high, and Rodney Eade will come out with the free kick. Eade of Hawthorn. Looks a little groggy. But certainly is prepared to take his time. So Rodney Eade indicating that he'll probably go long. Long he goes. The torpedo punt kick. Matthews and Hinchin. Hinchin dive forward. Matthews puts it over the top. Judge is there, getting a good piece of shepherding. Kennedy. Judge gives a hand pass over the top to McCarthy. McCarthy a hand pass to Kennedy. Kennedy from the pocket. Puts it through for 1 point. So it's 5 points the margin now with that point by John Kennedy. Three points, I should say. I'm getting flustered myself. It's a 3-point lead to Fitzroy. It's punched away. Kicked off the ground by Robertson. Robertson now. Goes for the short pass. It wobbles forward. It's well taken by Loveridge. Loveridge swings onto the left foot. Puts a long high kick. The pack flies. It's punched away by the Fitzroy defence. McCarthy's there. The hand pass across towards Payton. Payton's kick smothered. And a free kick goes against Payton. As we saw Nettlefold desperately dive across. And Nettlefold now gives the hand pass on to Clayton. Clayton now puts it out towards the half-back flank. It bounces. Swab coming on the scene. Can't keep it in play. It's over the boundary line. And the throw-in on the half-forward line for Hawthorn. 29 minutes have gone in the final term. A 3-point lead for the Hawks. Payton gets the tap. Intercepted by Gotch. The hand pass from Gotch. Knockback. Picked up by Matthews. Matthews kicked towards Loveridge in the forward pocket. Loveridge gathers possession. The short kick. Too far for Coleman. Picked up by Pert. Pert gives the hand pass over the top. It's taken by Parrish. Parrish now running the ball down. Hooks the ball back and looking for and finding Laurie. Laurie a hand pass towards Nettlefold. He gives it on now. And Coleman takes the ball down. Puts it down towards the forward area. Penn Quinlan take the mark. They brought the ball down. No mark, called the umpire. Mew takes the ball away. The long kick from Mew up towards half-back. Eade takes the mark. Rodney Eade now spears the ball towards the half-forward line, and Judge it is who takes the mark. A 15-metre penalty may well go the way of Ken Judge. And Hawthorn steady for the moment. The short kick going forward. It bounces favourably for Byrne. Byrne gives the hand pass over the top. Goes after it again. It's intercepted by Matthews. Matthews lines it up, but he's offline. 1 point and the margin 4 points. 1 point to Lee Matthews. His personal tally, 3 goals for. 19-13 to 19-9. 30 and a half minutes have gone in the final term as Hinchin gets the lead from Grant Laurie. Laurie will continue on from the half-back flank. Puts it up. Side bottom the favourite, but it goes past side bottom.